Welcome to the Grizzled Geek Podcast, episode 83. I'm Mike.
I'm Doug.
And we're here, guys. We're back. We've been kind of intermittent with the podcast, but that's been my fault with my, health issues, I guess. But back, feeling better. We're here with too much of us. There, that's the right amount of us. Of course. For those of you tuning in and listening to us, be sure to check us out. Get the strobe light going on over here. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, right? We're just trying to get our membership up on YouTube. We had a growth there. Now we need to hit it again. So if you listen to this on Stitcher or iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts, be sure to come over and check us out over on YouTube at youtube.com/thegrizzledgeek and check out some of our other videos. And, if you like it, subscribe. All right?
There you go.
All right. So, Doug, what have you been up to? Anything exciting?
Let's see. Wow, it's been a couple weeks, hasn't it, since we've been on here. So,
what are we doing? What's happening?
Been working a lot. And been playing this 40K game called Gladius, a video game called Gladius. It's kind of a turn-based strategy game.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It gives you that kind of the 40K feels because you're moving around units like independently, one set at a time. Going, I moved this unit of tactical Marines up, and I moved this unit of Devastator Marines up and stuff. So it's fun. But otherwise, just working a lot.
Nice. Look at this. Yep. We got a what's up from San Diego from Kyle, the birthday boy. Happy birthday, Kyle.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday, Kyle. It was all happy birthday, Kyle. Yep. San Diego. Celebrating his birthday in San Diego. Listening to the Grizzled Geek on vacation. See, look at that.
Have some Mexican food. Go to Old Town.
Yeah, go to Old Town.
Casa Guadalajara would be my recommendation. They're all good, but
Casa Guadalajara.
That's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yes, love San Diego. Yeah. All right. What have I been up to? I've been up to pretty much nothing. Being home and being sick.
Yeah.
That's
kind of a bummer.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Doug's going to rescue me tomorrow. We're going to get out of the house a little bit.
Go hunt down Warhammer armies.
Warhammer, yeah, exactly. That's something to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much.
We did get play D&D last week.
We did play D&D last week, so that was something.
That was nice.
It was nice. Of course, now it's summertime. Everyone's gone on vacation, so we're not playing again for another month. But
yeah,
it was good to get together with people. We're looking forward to the time when we're actually together, actually in the house. I think all of us are now vaccinated. So, vaccinated from COVID. We already got each other's other stuff that we have. We share it all. So we're all good. We don't have to worry about that. But, I'm looking forward to seeing people. I'm looking forward to going out and doing gaming conventions, any kind of conventions, getting together, seeing other people. Going to the movies. We're going to go see Black Widow, right?
Yeah. It's I went to the AMC site and put a reminder for them to tell me when tickets go on sale, so I can make sure to get them.
Nice.
Because
AMC, the People's Movie Theater. Now that it's 80% owned by the people. That's not a communist reference, but they sold stock. To bring them back up, and they were almost dead several times since last year, but now AMC is back, baby, and the people own it. So that's right.
You got love meme stocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny because I went to the site to say, okay, Black Widow's coming. Oh yeah, and Shang Chi. Oh yeah, and Eternals. Oh yeah, and Dune. Oh yeah, and I forget what the other movie I marked was. There was like 5 or 6 movies. I'm like, oh yeah, Jungle Cruise. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
It's like I don't care what movie it is. I'll see whatever. Jungle Cruise. It just as long as I'm in a theater with people. That's
Have you seen the most recent trailer for Jungle Cruise? It looks amazing.
Does it look good? I mean, I'm not the Rock fan you are, but
Yeah.
I don't know if I can watch Rock movies, man. I saw that picture of him working out for Black Adam, and I think his thigh kind of scared me off. I don't know if I'm ready for that much Rock at this point.
So imagine the Mummy set in the jungle with The Rock instead of Brendan Fraser.
Nice.
That's what it looks like.
Wow.
It looks really good. Let's just say that.
Fair enough. Like Rock is at that stage. I would say he's at that stage where he's almost too big. Right? Like any bigger, like I saw the picture of his thigh, his leg day photo, and I'm like,
oh, you mean
okay,
physically bigger?
Physically bigger. I'm like, okay, I think that's a bit much. That, like, I don't know how the guy walks without like starting fires with thighs like that, right? So, and he's already just so huge, and I'm like, all right, man, calm down.
Yeah, you're almost 50, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you're almost 50. So,
maybe
let's bring it in a little bit here. So, all right. So let's talk about Marvel.
He's exactly my age. Yeah, he's 49.
He's 49. You're 49?
Yeah.
You're almost 50, Doug?
No, I mean, I will be 49 this year, as will he. I mean, he just turned 49 last month. I will turn 49 in 6 months. Or
so he turned
4 months.
He turned 49 last month. You'll turn 49 in September.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're like 6 months apart.
Yep. So he's 6 months older than you.
Yep.
Now, how do you feel about that? Look at that guy, same age as you. Look at his body. Look at his success. Now look in the mirror. How do we feel? I always do that when I see someone.
I'm gonna have to get to work.
I'm that age. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, he's doing a better job of that than I am, aging wise.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, so let's talk Disney Plus Marvel. We're going to talk Marvel projects in general because there's a ton of them coming out.
They're rolling again. Yep.
They're rolling. It's gonna be crazy. Before when I was like, okay, we're getting 3 movies in a year. Now it's like, holy crap, we're getting 3 movies and 3 TV shows.
Yeah.
I may have to mute to cough every once in a while. I'm still recovering. All right, so Loki is our next one up, right? Loki is our next series coming up
next week.
Next week, right?
Yeah.
And it's on Wednesdays. It's gonna be on Wednesdays, not on Fridays. So here's the thing: the first 2, WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, were so good, right? They kind of set the bar, but it's also they were also both so different, right?
Right. Yeah.
So I don't think there's going to be a standard pattern for these Marvel series, right? I think it's going to be just like the movies, right? One of them's going to be a buddy comedy. One of them's going to be intrigue, just like.
Yeah, I mean, and Loki looks totally different than the other 2. Like this kind of. It's very weird. It's like this traveling through time, kind of fixing time, but also almost like a heist caper versus double cross versus you're like, what is going on?
This is how to do a bad guy series, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I just from the looks of it, I'm like, okay, I'm super excited. There's a ton. I'm trying to slow down on the Loki stuff because every day there's another little short for Loki, and you're like, okay, it's next week, man. Give me a break.
Give me a break. I did watch the last. Oh well, we'll get to that when we get to movies.
Yeah. So Hawkeye, that's coming up here. We got Haley Stanfield as his replacement. We know there's going to be Echo's going to be in it. We know there's going to be I like Hawkeye. I like the character, and it's based off the best Hawkeye comic series, right? So
right.
Super excited about that. I don't know what to say about Hawkeye other than it seems like Hawkeye had the least amount of spoilers or hype.
Had the least? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I mean, has there been a whole lot of Hawkeye? I mean, we got a few behind the scenes photos, but not like the onslaught we got from WandaVision
well, I think that was probably COVID related.
Yeah, true.
So much was. I don't know where they are even in terms of production on it, and they were so controlled on who could go where during production of anything during COVID. It was pretty easy to say, hey, if something leaked out,
right,
we know exactly who was there.
That's true.
And it was minimal amount of people. So
I think Hawkeye and What If switched places, because What If has now been confirmed for an August release, right? And I think we'll put Hawkeye in the fall sometime. But What If, now that looks better, everything I see about it, right? So we already knew this was going to be, we always thought that the idea was amazing for What If. And the fact that they got all the talent back and the ones they're going with, I mean, I'm super excited for an anthology series about What If.
Right? I like the idea, animated, standalone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be really good.
Great way to include Uatu the Watcher in there, even though we have Watchers in canon.
Right.
But, What If looks amazing. I think the Peggy Carter one is going to kick off.
Yeah, that looks cool. I like that one.
Yeah.
The concept of that one's cool.
Every single one of them. And I'm actually excited about Marvel Zombies, which I wasn't a big fan of the comics. But I'm excited for the What If, right? Short, contained story. Yeah. Also coming up, we got Moon Knight, and they finally confirmed Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight. I mean, we knew he was Moon Knight. It wasn't announced officially, but it was teased like a month ago. Right. And then finally, he tweeted out beginning of the week, him with Moon Knight poster behind him, and just his eyes, like Moon Knight's watching you or whatever. So all confirming it, and then Marvel confirmed it, I think, just yesterday. But yeah, it's official now. Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that is actually pretty exciting.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else we got? She-Hulk. She-Hulk, we got an update because we got a picture of Mark Ruffalo in his motion capture suit on the set. Nice. And we also got a picture of Tatiana as the only thing I'm concerned about is I didn't mind her casting as Jennifer Walters, but this costume, this behind-the-scenes photo they have, I don't know what they're going with here. Let's see here. Just going to share my screen. So, yeah. I don't know what they're going with this outfit.
What the?
Yeah. What's your opinion?
That can't be something from the actual show.
It's behind the scenes, and she's wearing this same costume in the picture with Mark Ruffalo.
I mean, maybe she's going dancing or something, because that really...
I mean, I don't... Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I don't understand what's going on in this picture. It seems like an odd choice. Let me see if I can find the Mark Ruffalo one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't, like I said, I didn't mind hers in the casting, but I don't know what they're going with there. That doesn't seem like that doesn't scream lawyer, right?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Let's see here. Let's bring up the Twitters. It's got all the... All right, here we go.
Yeah, I was just pulling that up.
So, okay, so she's not wearing that same outfit, but released along with this picture of Mark Ruffalo is behind the scenes of She-Hulk, right? And this picture.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
So
all I can do is hope that that's just a incidental costume when she's doing something not She-Hulky. Because she's not wearing like a mocap there, so she's not hulked out.
No.
So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah. So exactly. So that is a Jennifer Walter picture, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. I know you're a big fan but I've never cared for She-Hulk. So
it's
one of those. Hopefully, it's Marvel. They'll do something cool. They always do with even what you think are the most unusual characters. It's like, why would you do that?
Right.
But yeah, I'm not a She-Hulk fan.
I don't know. I'm a huge She-Hulk. I'm a Hulk fan, regardless. I want to see a live action Hulk and the Agents of Smash. Let's get like Rick Jones in there as a blue like Abomination, and let's get all these gamma powered people in there. Doc Samson. We'll just have Hulks and Agent of Smash, and I'd be all down for it. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. But yeah, so lots of news coming out from that behind the scenes. So it's happening. It's happening. We're getting more Hulk. Miss Marvel. Now that's coming out soon because it's coming out before the Marvels movie, right? And we've already seen pictures of Kamala Khan costume, which looks perfect, right? Very comic accurate.
Yeah,
she looks great.
When they do that.
Yeah, it's great. You look at that, you're like, okay, that's Miss Marvel right from the comics. So hopefully they give Photon her a more comic accurate costume when we get to the Marvels movie.
Oh, yeah.
So we will see. Because I like.
I don't want her to have the old 80s, 90s costume. I want to
not the white and black one. No,
yeah, that one was
updated.
Kind of goofy.
yeah, with the wings. No, we could definitely more updated one.
Yeah, the best interpretation of her was when they did it was after the whole collapse, the Secret Wars that ended all of the multiverse and then reset the universe, and they had an Ultimates team that was her and Black Panther and I forget who else. And their first mission was to cure Galactus's hunger. That was like,
wow.
Yeah, they went big right off the bat. But anyways, that one was pretty cool. I like that. Anyways, let's move on to the movies.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? Here, I'll show you what I'm hoping the costume I'm hoping for here.
You tracked that down, huh?
Yeah, I did. Boom.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Is that the one you're talking about? Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So she just has a little crest, the same symbol on her chest, black and white. And in the comics she wore the trench coat, but then took it off, from time to time. But yeah, that's I think that's an awesome look, and I hope that's what they go with. All right, so let's talk about the movies. What do we have here? Black Widow, of course, is the next one coming out. The long-delayed Black Widow. I was going to ask you, how much do you think they've had to change from Black Widow? Because remember, when these things came out, they were always planned out very specifically, right? So they already had to change stuff in Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision because of Black Widow. Because Black Widow was supposed to come out before both those, right? So apparently there was some stuff with Taskmaster that was supposed to carry over. It was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, because initially it was supposed to go Black Widow, then Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Eternals, and then WandaVision.
Right.
Right.
I don't know.
I mean,
did you see the most recent trailer?
I did.
It showed quite a bit more, probably more than I wanted to see.
Right.
I was like, oh, there's a few too many fight scenes here. You're getting into too much of the meat of the things. So, I didn't go back and dissect it, but man, it is cool when you see more of Taskmaster move and you're like, oh, that's Black Panther. Oh, that's Spider-Man. That's
Black Widow. That's, It's, Taskmasters. I can't wait. But I'm in it, to be honest with you, for Red Guardian. David Harbour's Red Guardian is just inspired. And I can't wait. I think it's awesome.
Hope he makes it through it so we can have him again.
Yeah, I agree.
I want him to make it through and not have to sacrifice himself or something, because I'd like to see him again in something else, but who knows? It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
can't wait. Black Widow's. I've been just chomping at the bit for that. Come on, just let's get it going.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, Black Widow. And then after Black Widow, we have Shang Chi, which
Looks
after
amazing.
the trailer looks amazing. However, I mean, and we've got a sad story coming up here in our Nerd Nuggets. We'll go over that in a little bit here about Shang-Chi.
Oh.
But Simu Liu, the star of Shang-Chi, has been saying like they've had to do some correcting because, I mean, it was problematic, right? Obviously, this was Shang-Chi was brought out in the 70s during the, you know, the Kung Fu era that was going on. And obviously the Mandarin was, you know, had racial stereotypes and stuff like that.
Right.
But he kind of was going like, yeah, we need to fix some things, as this was, you know, Kung Fu brought to you by two white men. And I was kind of like, is he bagging on Jack Kirby and Stan Lee? And I'm like, no, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I get it. I know what he's saying. But I don't think Jack Kirby didn't. Well, I don't think was involved, but Stan Lee.
Yeah, I'm not. No, it was Starlin.
Oh, was it Jim Starlin and
Steve Englehart and Jim Starlin?
Okay, yeah, bag on those guys all you want. You're right.
Yeah,
yeah. Don't you ever say an unkind word about Stan Lee, but Jim Starlin. Okay, yeah.
Have at it.
That's fine.
He deserves everything you give him.
Yeah, poor Jim Starlin.
No,
dude. That guy. He was a fan that wrote letters to being editor-in-chief, right? I mean, you can't. He brought his Secret Wars. As cheesy as it is, it still has a lasting impression. He brought us the Black Suit Spider-Man. Of course, then again, afterwards, he kind of went crazy and brought us Plasma, too, which is a whole comic series based on goo, slime. So, take it where you can get it. All right. Eternals. Now, this is the one that had everybody holding their breath. Like, can Marvel pull off Eternals? Because if you're a Jack Kirby fan like me, right, you're like all excited about Eternals. If you're a regular Marvel fan, you're like, who? Who are these people? But I think after the trailer dropped, people were like, okay. Actually, after the trailer dropped, the big trending thing was, where were these guys during Thanos? Especially seeing how Thanos was a deviant, was one of them.
Yeah.
You figure, like, why didn't they show up after that? Now they're going to, what could be bad enough that they're showing up now that they didn't show up for Thanos, right?
Right.
So, I didn't think about it until after those people were like commenting that, and I'm like, wow, that is something they're probably going to have to address, right? And why now? It's like, oh, now you're showing up after Thanos got defeated.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the trailer, they kind of go on their little, like always to advise, never to, never to interfere kind of thing.
Right.
So I mean, there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for why they're acting now, because it's one of them who's the bad guy. So
Thanos one of them? Well, not one of them, but
not the way they put. They kind of implied that Thanos was from like this totally different, not Titan, our moon, a different Titan in a different, solar system, with different people. There's no indication that he was different than the rest of his people.
Right.
So that whole background is kind of, maybe they'll bring it up, but kind of out of the way. Here's the thing: is it looks visually stunning.
It does.
All this stuff, it looks amazing. Whether the plot can carry it off, we'll have to wait and see. But it looks like it's going to be good.
Marvel is extremely happy with it, right?
Yeah.
So in Feige, I trust.
Here's the funny thing: is the bad guy, when I saw the trailer that actually revealed him, he's Barry Keegan. I don't know who he is. But when I saw him, I was like, hey, that looks like the dude from Fantastic Beasts, the bad guy, the bad guy from the first Fantastic Beasts movie. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Flash. Because it was he played the bad guy in that. So I was
Ezra
like,
Miller.
They just got a budget Ezra Miller for this. And I don't know anything about this guy, so I can't, I'm just kind of like, they got the Ezra Miller lookalike to play this character, but whatever.
We'll
see.
sides.
Yeah.
I see Ezra Miller. Okay, and then after Eternals, we got Spider-Man. So we have, after not having a Marvel movie all last year, we're getting 3 of them in half a year. Right? Granted, Spider-Man is Sony, but it's still a Marvel movie.
Well,
right?
these Black Widow, we have Black
4.
Widow.
Yeah.
Black Widow in July.
Yeah, July.
July. Then Shang-Chi in September. Eternals in November. Is Spider-Man coming out in December?
And Spider-Man's coming out in December.
Just 1 month later, 1 month after Eternals, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
And Spider-Man, this could be the one that changes things, right? This is the kickoff to the big multiverse thing, right? I guess it was teased a little bit in WandaVision. Spider-Man's going to break it open, right? And then it's going to roll right into, Multiverse of Madness. So I don't know what to expect. All I know from Spider-Man is Sony's chomping at the bit to use him in their universe.
Oh, right.
So, which apparently is going to happen after this next movie. So we will see.
Huh.
And the next one that just wrapped production, and it's not going to be till next year, is Thor: Love and Thunder, which every image I see from this is crazier than the last. So,
did you see the wrap photo?
Yeah.
Of Thor or Chris Hemsworth on National Adult Flex Day?
Yeah. I'm like, oh my goodness. Yep.
Okay. Let's step back a second. Back to Spider-Man for a second. I got to throw a conspiracy theory here.
Okay, here we go.
What if the Sony is so excited to use Tom Holland Spider-Man in their movies that Marvel made the deal to have access to Spider-Man indefinitely by trading Peter Parker for Miles Morales? And they're gonna reveal Miles Morales in this movie, and Miles Morales stays in Marvel's cinematic universe, and Peter Parker goes to the Sony picture universe, which separates him from Iron Man and gets him disconnected from the technology and stuff like that. He doesn't have the backup of Stark Industries.
Goes back to kind of on his own.
He's back to a street level on his own.
I would be super excited by that. I think it would be a dumb move on Sony's part. I do it the other way around. But, yeah. I mean, that would be amazing.
Hey, Charlie.
And Matt's telling us he's bulking up to play Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan actually commented on that rap photo. He was saying, look at those arms, brother. He's like, he could. I bet he could slam Andre. So, yeah, he's excited for him because he's playing him in the buyout, playing Hulk Hogan. So, Charlie Tango. Yeah. There's more money for Sony and Miles than Peter at this moment in time. I would say, yeah,
I don't think they're that smart. I honestly don't think Sony execs are that smart. Peter Parker is a proven commodity.
They're going to go look at what Marvel's done with Spider-Man. We got to have him. If we just had him, our Mobius movie wouldn't suck. If we just had him,
and Kevin Feige is smart enough to
Web movie wouldn't suck.
Yeah, we'll take Miles Morales off your hands. That's fine. Yeah. Again, super conspiracy theory. You think something like that would have leaked out by now, but I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with Bonnie Ben. Sad Spider-Man's caught up in a custody battle. But hey, when money's involved like this,
that's the thing is
I'm not saying Spider-Verse was very popular. If they were smart, they'd keep Miles Morales and let Marvel have Peter Parker.
You'd think. But again, we'll see what happens. What kind of deal was struck and how things are going to shake out with them. See. But
I just know they're super excited about having Tom Holland with Venom and Tom Holland with all their other goofy properties. They're like, the execs over at Sony are just counting their money. Like, oh, I can't wait. Tom Holland, that's gonna do it. That's gonna put us in the right. So, Doug, Now that we have a conspiracy theory about Spider-Man, let's get back to Thor: Love and Thunder, and Chris Hemsworth's gigantic arms.
The stuff that really matters.
The stuff that really matters, exactly. Chris Hemsworth's arms. Is it me, or is like this seems to be like a crazy production, like even more so than Ragnarok? Like just given some of the behind the scenes and every time we see the fact that he's going to have his chariot and his goats in this, it's just crazy. He's actually going to have like the Thunderstrike outfit at one point,
Yeah.
He even has like an 80s jazzercise outfit in one of the pictures, and I'm just like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this, right? And I think, and I'm fine with this, although I really wish they would do the story justice. I think everything I see is Hemsworth, right? It's Thor. All behind the scenes, everything we're seeing is Thor.
Yep,
so it makes me wonder if the whole Lady Thor is going to be a side story, right?
Maybe.
I mean, I would hate to see.
I don't know.
I'd like to see him do that story justice, but I don't know. Like everything they're showing is just Thor.
And that might just be to hold things back and let all of that stuff be a surprise rather than.
Yeah, that's true.
Because even with all the stuff we've seen from Chris Hemsworth, that's been largely him doing it through his Twitter account. And nothing's been like details about the movie. It's just been him going, oh, look at me, look at, in costume or, last day of shooting or whatever. And we've had some like, here's this one set photo or here's this concept drawing or here's this, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I like Taika Waititi. I love Thor. I'm excited for it. So, yeah, that's true. Charlie Tango's got a point here. Portman's notoriously private and doesn't like a lot of social media, so you wouldn't see that. As where Hemsworth and Waititi are like social media whores. They love getting their pictures out there, and I don't blame them. If I look like Chris Hemsworth, my Instagram would be blown up.
You do sometimes in my dreams.
Nice. My wife thinks I'm close.
All
right, Doug. That does it. We're gonna with our Marvel talk. Let's jump into some of our smaller stories. That's right, folks. It's Nerd Nugget time. Doug's favorite part of the show.
Nuggets.
All right. So, like I was talking about before with Shang Chi, there is some sad news. Shang Chi star Simu Liu has confirmed the movie will not feature an appearance by Fin Fang Foom. Yeah. My wife decided to add commentary to this show. If
you want Fin Fang Foom, go watch MODOK.
True, but I mean, Fin Fang Foom, come on. But here's the thing: Fin Fang Foom also was in the comments about some of those racial stereotypes they had to bring back, and I'm like, what about Fin Fang Foom is a racial stereotype, right? I mean, I don't get it. Was it the purple shorts? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I want to see Fin Fang Foom in live action. I think this would have been the perfect opportunity to bring in his giant green dragon in this movie, and it's just a shame all the way around that he's not going to be there. All right, I agree. All right, Doug.
Oh, all right, yeah. Let's see. For the third time, Mission Impossible 7 has had to shut down production due to a positive COVID test.
Yeah.
You would have thought by this point that everybody on the cast and crew would be vaccinated. So how is this happening? I'm
like, the third time it's been shut down for a positive COVID test. I'm like, Mission Impossible 7 is a cursed set. I'm like, I wouldn't want to work there.
Isn't Tom Cruise anti-vax?
I don't know. He's a Scientologist. I don't know if he's crazy, like anti-vax crazy or not. I don't know. He's only a certain level crazy. He believes in space aliens. Talking through his, believes in a science fiction religion. I don't know if he's all the way over into anti-vax yet. So we'll see. But yeah, third time shut down by positive COVID test. So Mission Impossible 7 is coming out at some point, hopefully. So, all right. So we get our first look at Michael Keaton's Batman costume from Andy Muschietti's The Flash. Now, I don't know about you, Doug, but the fact that that I can say that, those words can come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
The new Michael Keaton Batman costume. All right. So take a look at this thing. It is excitingly retro.
Yeah.
Right? It's back. It looks like the Keaton Batman symbol. And I love the blood splatter as kind of like, is that a Watchmen homage?
It looks like it.
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, that totally looks like the blood splatter from the Happy Face from the comedian. So it's interesting.
I was like, that's an interesting ad. The blood. I don't know. This just gives me the feels, Doug. I don't know about you. Knowing that this is going to be on Michael Keaton playing Batman again.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, he's the greatest Batman ever. I agree. Peanut Gallery agrees. So yeah, are they trying to go for a Watchmen homage? I don't know.
Yeah,
that's our first thought. This is our very first image of it, and they've got the blood splatter like like Watchmen. So I don't know, but I like it. How do you feel, Doug?
Yeah, I'm excited to see the whole thing, to see the full costume. That is
now all that needs to happen is, Batman Beyond with Keaton as Batman.
There you go. That would be awesome. All right. Next one. Seth Rogen's animated reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles gets a release date of August 11th.
Yep. And here's the thing. I will say this about Seth Rogen's whatever, but he is going back to the Ninja Turtles, right? So they're all the same turtle race now. We don't have like a box turtle and a snapping turtle and whatever they did last time with all of them. But they actually are all the turtles. They look like themselves. It's got, Splinter, and it's got April O'Neil, and it's got Casey Jones, right? Yep. Any Ninja Turtle with project with Casey Jones in it, I'm a fan.
Yep, thumbs up on that.
I'm there. Casey Jones. I will say this: Seth Rogen, you can tell he's a fan, so I'm excited about that. So, did you see you watched the Toys That Made Us on Netflix?
Some of it,
series?
Yeah.
So the latest one, the first one this season, the new season, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Oh,
and
I've not watched the new ones.
Such a good episode because it's got basically the relationship of Eastman and Laird, right, and the breakdown of how they fell apart, right, and all the different where the different rights went and everything else, and through the entire thing, it's like Old Man Eastman and Old Man Laird, and they're all talking about the good old days when they were kids in this studio, just drawing goofy comics and stuff like that, right? And how like the whole thing is like a sad feeling, right? It's like, oh, they haven't talked to each other in years, and how each one of them talk with regret about missing the good old days, right? Huh. But then at the end of the episode, they have them get together for the first time in forever, right? So they meet up. So they're sitting there going like, because by the end of it, each one of them is all like, yeah, I really wish I hadn't, I thought, thrown this friendship away. I really miss him. And each one of them are talking like this, right? And you're like feeling so bad about the whole thing. And then the episode, even though it's about the toys, is like a reunion. It brings them together. They go back,
That's funny.
Eastman comes to see Laird, and they're reminiscing about all the old stuff. And it just ends with them drawing turtle comics together at their old, at the studio together there. And It was just a feel good, like, man, it was an episode about toys, but it turned into like a reunion for Eastman and Laird, the creators. So
that's funny.
Highly recommend. All right. Where are we at next here? Zachary Levi. All right. So I know we're kind of late to this because we actually got a teaser trailer today as well. Although it's basically just a silhouette. We don't get to see him. He walks into a dark alley and he's all like, it's like, it's awful dark in here. Maybe we should have like one light or something like that, right? But basically, it's like the menacing, the walk up and the silhouette, and then that's all you see. You don't get to see him. But we did get some behind-the-scenes images of the new costume, and I got to say, I got to show this. So here we go. I like the new costume. It looks far less padded suit, right? I'm sure it's padded.
No cape?
I'm sure the cape's going to be digitally added or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like far less. Like, it doesn't look like a rubber suit.
Yeah.
Right. Where the other one was like cartoonishly padded.
Well, yeah. I mean, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Tango said it. This suit looks like Shazam. Yeah, I mean it's good. I like it. Looks, and here's
Charlie
why.
Channeling.
Yeah.
Charlie channeling it in that mode.
I will say this. I'm betting this is in direct response to The Rock not being able to wear a padded suit for Black Adam. Did you see that article where they had to redo the costume because he's too big for any kind of augmented suit?
That's hilarious.
So Rock is wearing straight up spandex
that's awesome.
because he's so big. So
that's too cool.
I'm sure that was after this, but I mean, I'm sure they went with, okay, we're getting The Rock to play Black Adam. All right, we need to pump up the suit a little bit here and make it look a little better. But I like it. I like the look.
Yeah. Yeah, Shazam is
and I like the first
remaining
movie.
bright lights. Yeah, it was a bright light in the DCFU.
Yeah. Okay, Doug.
All right. Marvel bosses are said to have reprimanded Taika Waititi after photos of the Thor Love and Thunder director sharing an intimate moment with both Tessa Thompson and Rita Ora went viral. This was, I think, at the rap party at his house.
Yeah, at the rap party. They've been drinking. He's kissing two girls. I'm like, what's the problem? Like, I'm like, if they don't care, and it wasn't even like it was like very risque or anything like that, right? Yeah. It's like, like the three of them went in for like a kiss. That was it. So, I'm just like, hey, go Taika, all right? I mean, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure Disney gave him a talking to, I guess, because they're very strict about their social media stuff. But
family friendly, man. Keep it
family friendly. Yep. All right. So here's an interesting one. A Ninth Circuit Court judge has ruled that the Disney sequels Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker were mediocre and schlocky. This is in an actual court ruling. And I got to explain this. So there was a case involving Conga Agra Foods Incorporated and Wesson Oil, right? And the judge unexpectedly referred to Star Wars sequels taking aim at the last two installments, right? So simply put, Richardson, the new owner of Wesson Oil, can resume using, this is the quote from the judge. Simply put, Richardson, the new owner of Wesson Oil, can resume using 100% natural label at any time it wishes, thereby depriving the class of any value theoretically afforded by the injunction. Congra Agra thus essentially agreed not to do anything over which it lacks the power to do. This is like George Lucas promising no more mediocre and schlocky Star Wars sequels shortly after selling the franchise to Disney. Such a promise would be illusory. A footnote, he also added, as evidenced by Disney's production of The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Clearly, the judge was not a fan of those last two movies. So now, in an official Ninth Circuit Court ruling, we have officially a judge has ruled.
Judge has ruled that those two movies sucked.
Those two movies sucked. What can you say about this? This had to be reported on because, I mean, that is just great. It's like, nope. So all you people that are arguing, all you apologists for Last Jedi, right? It's official now. It's been ruled on by a judge. Unless the Supreme Court comes in and overrules that, it's officially schlocky and mediocre.
It's official.
It's official.
Put it right there with Batman.
All right.
Yeah. I'll check it. If Legal doesn't always think about that, I'm gonna check that out.
That'd be funny. Yeah. All right. Last thing we got. Well, last thing before I add a couple of things. Filming continues on Andor in London. The upcoming Disney Plus Rogue One, a Star Wars story spinoff, has added Chernobyl and his Dark Materials actor Robert Ems in a key supporting role.
Yeah. I don't know who he was. I haven't seen a picture of him, but if he was in Chernobyl, then he's amazing because everybody in Chernobyl was amazing. Yeah. I also want to point out, okay, so we got kind of a behind-the-scenes pictures. There was a wrap party for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and the crew, you know how they give out crew gifts for everybody?
Uh-huh.
So they gave out for this, they gave out to the crew a comic book, right? Comic book of the movie kind of thing, right? And then everybody signed off on it's like a 2-part big case, glass case. So we got a picture of the comic book, and it has it's got Wanda, it's got the Scarlet Witch, right? It's got Wong, right. It's got Doctor Strange, but it also has America Chavez as well.
Interesting.
So you know, who knows? Remember, it's the Multiverse of Madness. So we'll see what's going on. But yeah, we know about everybody else. America Chavez.
Interesting.
On the cover of the wrap party for Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness.
Just one more piece in the Young Avengers puzzle.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it's one of the last pieces. We need a Hulkling. Hulkling to show up in the Secret Invasion. Yeah, but they throw us a Hulkling in
right, or the Marvels.
Or the Marvels movie, yeah. Then we got our Young Avengers. So yeah. America Chavez.
Very cool.
So
nice.
All right, Doug, what do you got?
Right. Adventures Campus opened today at Disney's California Adventure.
Yes.
So I don't know if did you watch the opening ceremonies?
I did not. I watched that demo of like the Spider-Man web shooters.
Right? Oh, have you seen? The coolest thing is I don't know if it's the coolest thing because it's not very frequent, but it is coolest technologically speaking. There is a Spider-Man animatronic who leaps 85 feet up into the air, does a backflip, and then lands someplace over on another building. I
heard that's one of the last project Grant Imahara was working on. Is that robotics? So
that he was with that. Oh,
he was with that project. So an animatronic jumps 85 feet in the air, does a backflip. I mean, of Spider-Man. Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
And they're going to have both Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Falcon.
Yeah. I did see the little video clip of Anthony Mackie
handing over the shield.
Handing over the shield to the Captain America at the place. The big thing, did you see the big thing about the $100 sandwich or whatever? Everyone's like, there's a Panera that's $100. I'm like, yeah, it's in the Ant-Man thing where they got big food and small food, and it's meant to be a big, like one single slice is $14. You can get a single slice of it, right? But it's meant to feed like a group, right? Because it's a giant sandwich. So it's really, and when you look at it, the number of slices you get, it's actually cheaper to get the $100, pay the $100 to feed everybody that, a giant sandwich, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
And everyone's all like, can you believe it? They're selling a $100 panini sandwich. And I'm like, a $100 gigantic panini sandwich.
Yeah, right?
Plus it's Disney. Yeah,
right. It's like complaining that a grocery store sells a $50 sub. Yeah, it's 6 feet long too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could buy a $60 sub. Yeah, at Fry's. It's 6 foot long. Yeah.
Did you see that they also I'm assuming it'll be in the land, but they had a separate stage set up or a back lot or whatever you want to call it, set up as a gift store before that. You can get Stan Lee's character from Ragnarok as an action figure now.
Nice.
Yeah,
I saw the exclusive Spider-Man pop figure.
Oh yeah, yeah. So there's lots of cool, merch that you can get from that land or related to that land. So it looks cool.
Yeah. I mean, for like one ride, some restaurants, and an exhibit, it looks pretty cool. It's got me excited to go there, right?
Well, and it's got two shows too. You know how they've got the Jedi Training Academy for kids?
Yeah.
They have one where you can train with the Dora Milaje.
Oh, nice.
Or with Doctor Strange, I think. The Doctor Strange might just be a show, but I think it's supposed to be a training thing too. At least they said like you can go, kids can train with the wizards or the sorcerers to learn magic spells or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, so there's a couple of cool little shows. You got a Quinjet that lights up.
Yeah.
And engines turn on and stuff. So that building is supposed to, I don't know if it's been shelved or whatever, but Melissa reminded me that there's supposed to be a Quinjet ride coming.
Yeah.
Where you fly around Wakanda in a Quinjet. Yeah. So.
Wizards without hats. Yep.
Wizards without hats. Yeah. Yeah. So there's that. Did you watch the new episode of Bad Batch today?
I have not yet.
Okay, I will. We will hold off on. I wanted to have a conversation about how good Bad Batch is, but we'll wait until you've watched this one.
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance yet. Let's see here. Okay. I will say, I will talk just a little bit about Jupiter's Legacy. I remember I telling you about this, Doug, how I didn't know how I felt about that series on Netflix, and how it was not as good as like Invincible or stuff like that. But there was some really good parts to it. But it was announced this week that it was canceled, so they pulled the plug on it. And Josh Duhamel, the star, and all the stars are kind of reacting to it. Kind of like apparently they were kind of blindsided by it. And it's being replaced with another Mark Millar series, which is not as good as Jupiter's Legacy. But,
I was going to say, they need to stop doing Mark Millar stuff.
Well, they did that exclusive. Remember, they got that exclusive deal with him. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So it's gonna be Mark Millar stuff for a while now.
Yeah, I'm kind of over the whole grim and gritty, grim dark freaking superhero stuff. It's just played out. I'm done with it. It's kind of why I don't like any of the DC stuff. Well, not any. I don't like half the DCU stuff because they've gone that grim dark angle, which I'm just not interested in.
Right.
It's just not. It's not that good. It's not as.
Super Crooks is the series.
Oh God.
So Super Crooks is going to take.
It already sounds awful just by the name. So who greenlit that name?
It's Mark Millar. But Jupiter's Legacy, even though the first season wasn't as great, it was too slow. Problem is, they spent $200 million on it, and it apparently lost. It was one of their biggest flops.
Oh, okay.
No one went and watched it, but no one knew what it was. Right? It looked like a Boys ripoff. And if you went there looking for a Boys vibe, that was not it.
Right.
Right. So, they probably watched the first episode and went, "This is way slow. This isn't the Boys. I'm out of here."
Yeah.
Right. So, and especially when there was so much other stuff at the time on
this the one
Invincible?
Isn't this the one you told me about that sounded like it was Astro City rebooted?
Kind of, yeah.
See, if they had pitched it that way, I would have been like, "Oh, sweet! I love Astro City. I'm in."
Yeah, I liked it. I think the problem was they split it down the middle with half in the past, half forward, when they could have just taken an episode and told the past story. I know why they did it, because they had to build up the relationship between the brothers and everything, but it was just too much. It drug on too long.
Yeah.
For
No.
for 10 episodes. So I get it. I just feel bad for Josh Jamal and the actors because they did a really good job. So, oh well. All right. Anything else, Doug? Are we good?
Now we can call it there.
Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, my wife chiming in the third star on Grizzled Geek Podcast tonight.
I'm not working tonight, so hi, everybody.
Yeah. She's off tonight. Can you tell?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining in. Be sure to check us out wherever you get your podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you want to go. We're on there. There are other podcasts on Spotify besides Joe Rogan. So we're on there too.
And you're actually not too bad. I listen to you sometimes.
Yeah, my wife likes me too. So there you go. So, all right, guys. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends, whether you're watching us on Facebook Live, whether you're checking us out on Twitch, or whether you're watching us here on YouTube or listening to us out there in a podcast. We really appreciate it, guys, and we appreciate all the new subscribers we've been getting lately. That is awesome. And if you want to support us and the things we do here at the channel, Doug, how can they help us out?
Yeah, you can check the links down below. We got links to our Patreon, to our Teespring store where you can get some merch like the shirts we're wearing in the background, or you can click that Amazon affiliate link, do your Amazon shopping through there, and we'll get a kickback. Won't cost you anything extra.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week, Friday at 6.
Woohoo!
Bye.